Alright, first up today, we're going to play some Skredless Red. Just trying out one new card that we haven't really played with. And also just sort of seeing how a big red shell does in Historic at the moment. As I'm recording this, the AC12 championships are finishing up. It looks like Yawgmoth just won, which is wild. Yawgmoth actually did something. Satoshi just killed it, so good for him. But, anyways, this is the list we're jamming, and the new card we're trying out is Consumed by History. So until end of turn, whenever a non-token creature dies, it perpetually gains Unearth 5, and it just deals 3 damage to each creature. So it's basically a juiced up Pyroclasm with a bit of a drawback. However, we get access to that drawback as well, to, you know, unearth some things, but we're not really looking for that. We're just looking to use this as a very efficient board wipe. And if you're familiar with Mono Red Skred from Modern, they play a 1-mana card that deals X damage, where X is like the number of snowlands you control. We don't have that in Historic, but I decided to sort of model my list off of that anyways. And a lot of those decks actually still run main deck Relic of Progenitus, just as, you know, card draw, but also really gives Mono Red an edge against a lot of the format. And Grave Hate is pretty good right now in Historic, especially for like Roifs and Storm and things like that. So I thought we'd give it a shot. We're playing Chain Lightning as our 1-drop as some reach and removal, but then in the 2-drop slot, obviously we have Consumed by History, and then I'm playing a 3-2 split of Molten Impact and Abrade. Impact is good because it can give us kind of like a 2-for-1 in a sense, where this deals 4 damage to a creature or walker, and then if excess damage this way, it kind of gets banked. So then, let's say I kill a 2-drop, 2 damage gets banked out of the 4, I Chain Lightning something, then I can use that 2 damage to fire off at something else too. Abrade, just 3 damage, also blows up artifacts, pretty good. We're playing 4 Seasoned Pyromancer as card draw and sort of helps build us a board. We're also playing 4 Magus of the Moon since we don't have Blood Moon, sort of as our main hate piece that follows suit of Skred. And then our top end is just kind of fun. We're playing 3 Chandra Torch of Defiance, 3 Koth Fire of Resistance, which is, I think it's kind of like a pet card of mine, but he's actually pretty good. He's a 4-mana, starts at 4 loyalty. He pluses to 2 immediately, so he goes up to 6 to grab a mountain. You can -3 him to deal damage to a creature equal number of mountains you control, and then his -7 says whenever a mountain enters, you get to dome something for 4 damage. So he can ult in a couple turns, 3 turns, +2/+2, and then -7 if you can protect him, but he also just keeps you hitting land drops and stuff, which is important because we're also playing 3 Stormbreath Dragon, and we want to be able to hit that monstrosity for 7 mana as well. Flying Haste, Pro White seems pretty good, and then obviously it deals damage equal number of cards in a player's hand when you monstrosity it. Mana base, simple, 18 mountains. We're playing Shatter Skull Smashing, 1 Soaking Zon, and then a single Pinnacle Monk to rebuy some stuff, but we might end up upping those numbers as we go. Along with that, the sideboard is also interesting. Obviously, we're in Mono Red, and according to the AC12, Ruby Storm and High Noon are big contenders. So we're playing 4 Hexing Shelter and 3 Magebane Lizard along with 2 Damping Spheres, and Hazoret the Fervent for some grindy matchups, a couple Meltdown for Affinity, Pithy Needle, and Surgicals and whatnot. Surgical, I mean, we don't really need Grave Hate because we're already playing main deck Relic, so we'll see how that goes. But this is kind of what we're jamming at the moment, and we'll see how we do. All right, chat, we're on the play. This hand's a bit slow, but we're gonna test it out. We're just trying to see in what's hip-hop happening with this deck. Also loading up Stream Manager real quick. Alright. Lead on a mountain and see what happens. But damn, Yawgmoth really putting in work, huh? Now, I would assume our fraud matchup's really bad. Also, they're playing Hydroponics Architect, so they always like get around Magus of the Moon. which makes things a little Akko Taco, but we do our best here. He has double island for counterspell plus force, if that's something he wants to be doing. Chat, he might just be plain old ninjas, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we get forced here. We don't. We're trying to molten impact that 1000-faced, which we do. We'll swing for 2. We have 3 damage in the bank. But we'll probably just jam the Storm Breath next turn. Consumed by History is probably great in this matchup if we can find it. Good news is we took him off black, though, which is very nice. I kind of want to just actually split some damage here. And see where that gets us. And then deal 3 to Architects. I assume he has counters, which is fine. Oh, Cyber Siphoner. So you're gonna back up one of those. Okay, we still kill the other one. And then we can swing. Alright, Chad, he's not Frog. I thought he was Frog. Turns out he's just ninjas. Swings with Siphon, Cryptomancer. Spin that into what? Silver Fur Master. That deals 5. Kills our Chandra. Yeah. Alright, I guess we gotta start kind of racing him. Surgical's our Chandra. I'm into it. Do you think Drunk Joe Gaming has a channel? Shout out him. He does have whatever, so I guess we'll just swing like this. Drunk Joe Gaming on Twitch. Come join me as I drink and play games. Channel has no content. Oh. That's okay. He might not even play... Plays Evolve. Chain Lightning's pretty good. Let's see if we can play second Magus. Counter spells, okay. And now we're chilling here, chat. We'll probably bring in our Squelchers over the relics. We get to deal 3 to him. And then he needs a flyer here, which he does not have. Good for us, chat. But shout out to Yogg for doing something. Like I said, I think I just want to bring in the Squelchers. Kind of a nombo with Consumed by History, but I think that's okay. We could probably... I feel like he's going to bring in some hate for Magus, so we'll probably drop down by 1. But let's try something like that. All the sideboard kind of sucks against ninjas. True. But we got a lot of main deck stuff going on here. So I don't feel too bad. Hexing Squelcher. will hopefully be useful. I assume they're gonna fetch around Magus here, so we'll probably see a swamp come down. Correct. Bum, bum, bum. Beautiful. Lets me play my Mind Stone. Flash in what? Thieves Guild Enforcer. You think he has a whatchamacallit to give it hexproof? No, he does not. Could also just hard cast a Pinnacle Monk. Do we just see a Silver Fur Master here? Yeah, that's pretty good for us. We might just Magus plus Impact, but he shocks that in. Interesting. Let's see if we can play a Store Breath. Start speeding up our clock. Mute Vault again. Swings for 2. Doesn't flip into anything. Interesting. Let's play our Magus and see what he does. Okay, Stern Scrolling. Good for us. We're gonna try and kill this Silver Fur Master. And see what he does in response to that. Nothing. Cool. Kinda sucks that impacts sorcery speed, but we'll take what we can get. I think I'd rather have the Shatterskull Smashing here. Yeah, I think he has Fatal Push because he didn't have the Mutavault when he shocked in the Watery Grave. Bum, bum, bum. I think we're just gonna fire up Storm Breath. I don't know if he has something to actually remove Storm Breath Dragon, but we might as well present him with lethal. Bum, bum, bum. What's up, Frozen? How are you? You watched the AC-12? I caught the end of it today. Got 2 pieces of removal. I can crack the Mind Stone as well. Koth was a good pickup. Let's see if he fires off a spell for that. What was the final? I think it was Yogg versus High Noon. Yogg won. Didn't that guy just win the Pokemon Invitational? Or World Champion? What's his name? Satoshi? He's gonna Odawara. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. We'll lead on turn 1 Relic here. A lot of fun. Main deck Chittering Illuminator, main deck Endurance. Opponent plays a Spire Bluff Canal. Sephiroth Cord. Weapons Manufacturing. Interesting. Chat, we're gonna need some fucking meltdowns, aren't we? I wonder how bad our affinity matchup is. I'm gonna take him off Interlacer for now. We're gonna eat it. I think I want to Koth first. I guess Consumed by History hits a lot of relevant things. Does not hit Copper Cannoneer. That's gonna kill us pretty quick. Double weapons manufacturing starts crazy too if he has a Ravager. Yeah. Double Cannoneer. I needed everything but Cannoneer. I wanted like a Thought Monitor, Emery kind of build here, and we didn't get that. We could Chandra. We could also Magus, which doesn't do a whole lot for us. We can Dome something. I think we're just dead here, chat. Nile. Hello. First time chatter. What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome to MTG Jank Tank. Yeah, chat. We're dead. We're how you say DED dead. What can I do for you, Denial? What do we want to jam here? Needle and Meltdowns, which feels awkward again. But that's okay. I like the Abrades. I guess Magus doesn't do a ton here, but we're just kind of running how we're running. I also want to know if I wanted Alpine Moon or not, but... Alright, Pithing Needle. What do I want to name? I don't know yet. I don't want a blind name. I want some background noise while I'm grinding the Historic Ladder. Hell yeah. Did you just find me on the Twitch page? Weapons manufacturing is fine. Am I just... I think I'm just Magusing here. Not that it does a whole lot for us. You're the guy on Historic, so here you go. Oh, hell yeah! We only play Historic here. We've been playing a lot of Living End. We might try Archaeomancer's Spade on Burial Rites. We're just getting warmed. We just started stream, so we're just getting warmed up. But I decided to play some Skredless Red. Alright, we have a Braid. I don't know exactly his second Interlacer. So he's just kind of jamming here. Into an Ornithopter. Well, I'll tell you, a Consumed by History off the top would be sick. Okay, so he's just spending his hand. So I'm real happy we named Interlacer, chat. Because he can't crack either of those, which is great. He does make himself an army, but not anything, like, crazy. So I think we're just going to Consume by History. And wipe out his whole board. And then just, like, chill. We could have played our Mind Stone first, but I'm not a gamer like that. Homecooked Landfall. I love me some Landfall. Alright, we'll play our Mind Stone. I should have done that last turn, but that's okay. We get to hold up a Braid. Might be worth us sniping the I don't know. It might be worth us sniping the Springfield Drum. But it looks like we have a second here, so I think we're gonna Chandra. We're just gonna deal some damage here. Do I have to play this? No, it's a cast. That sucks. What color is he playing for landfall? I'm very interested in like a Ordeal list. Nylian's Ordeal, and then there's, okay, Hardcast Emissary. Gets himself a couple thingamabobbers, as they say. Second Interlacer. Does he have landfall that finished on Thassa's Oracle? Oh, we do find a land, chat. That's pretty good. What do we want to do, chat? Do we just want to impact? I think so. Let's Magus. Because we can. Chat, it's weird, but I'm gonna kill his token. We're just gonna chill. He can unearth his Ornithopter if he really wants to. Okay, cool. So let's play Koth. We'll go find ourselves a mountain. Very small blue as well. Oh, okay, you're going 4 color, huh? We don't need a second Chandra. Well, at least we're in mana territory where if he plays a, whatchamacallit, we can bypass the ward. Oh yeah, if he finds Arcbound, we're dead, obviously. I'm trying to use Chandra to dig a little bit for another needle, but I don't know if we're gonna get there. So we're just gonna do our best to not die. I think at this point we're just trying to dig. So. Also, I can't really play Meltdown. Okay, there's a needle. We're good at this game, chat. He cracks the crypt. Oh, just to get rid of my, Okay. Honestly, Magebane Lizard's kind of funny. My last game was absolutely crazy. Once a guy that exiled 8 of my field in the span of 3 turns. Jesus. I kind of like... These Meltdowns are so awkward against... I feel like we don't even want Meltdown. We're just gonna die to weapons manufacturing. I'd rather have Magebane Lizard. Yeah, now we're dead. It was just nice that we had an early needle, and then we got to blow up all his Pinnacle tokens. Oh, I'm sorry. Chat, I didn't even update stream. What am I doing? We're on... We haven't played Skredless Red in a long time, so this is version 3, I think. And we're currently 1-0. But we'll see how this match goes. Okay, this hand's great. Nice. Love naming Drix Interlacer on 1. This is a 1-4, right? Yes. Ooh, chat, maybe we'll just have a rematch of what happened last game. That'd be funny. Let's go Big Red. Why did he just make one thing? We don't really know, do we? We'll see how this Magebane Lizard does. I don't think it's really important, but it was better than Meltdown in our case. It might end up just dealing enough damage to mess him up a bit, but probably nothing crazy. He has the Bi-Force. Maybe that's what we should be playing, chat. Bi-Force is probably better for us, yeah? Let's try and take him off blue. I have a lot of consumed by histories. What do you normally play in Historic, Denial? Are you playing Historic? Find a Mind Stone. Is it weird for me to just fire off a... How many tokens? So he can sack... Well, this isn't a... Oh, no, it is an artifact land. So he can sack 3... He can sack 4 things and save his Ravager. And then we can fire off the second one, but then he still has a handful of shit, chat. Might be a mistake. I think I'm better off just trying to wait a turn and chill. Oh. Interesting. I don't want to take more damage. I'm just going to play that. I didn't expect him to block like that. Interesting. Okay. I thought he would have saved the... whatchamacallit. He was really keen on jamming off the... Well, we have a second consumed by history, so I actually don't care too much about this hand. We'll take 2 off of that. Just plays that into a second one. Chat, little does he know we have a third consumed by history. Oh, plus a Stormy. Yeah. Do I want to get rid of this Dargon? No, I don't think so. Hard cast that, okay. Nothing else? Sick. Gonna play a Stormbreath Dragon. Swing for 4. He's gonna crack the eyelet. And now his tokens only block creatures with flying, right? But he's gonna take 1 off the Mage Bane. Plays a land, makes a manufacturer. Plays a Krang, that's pretty good. But so far, we just have to deal with 1 flyer, right? Oh, now we have to deal with 3 flyers. Gross. Is that all you have for me? Okay. Interesting. I think we're gonna kill the Krang. And then we're just gonna Pyromancer. And we're gonna Chain Lightning him and see what he does. Boom! That was pretty good, chat. We just 2-1 Affinity. Yeah, I almost forgot to hit record. Esper Sentinel. We're gonna snipe it and bank 3 damage. I don't think we're probably not very good against auras. But then again, we haven't seen any auras, really. And I don't know if it's just because we're way down in the bottom of who knows where or what. Probably punished for holding on to that, or waiting, for not waiting on that impact. Shelter by Ghosts. If we draw a land, we might be able to get away with just racing with Stormbreath Dragon, but he has lifelink that's going to get out of hand too fast. That's the one thing I'll say about Mono Red. Mono Red has a tough time with big old creatures. Which sucks. We could play something stupid like Chaos Warp, but I don't really want to do that. But I wonder how much the AC-12 is going to affect the Historic Ladder. Not that we're like in the top Historic Ladder at the moment, but... Does it have Trample? No, First Strike. Yeah, we're in a bad spot. He's just gonna kill us. This is probably gonna be over pretty fast for us. But I wonder if, like, we'll see an uptick in Yogg. Which would be funny, because, I feel like Yogg's a little tougher to play than most normal combo decks. So you might get a lot of free wins from people not knowing what they're doing. Alright. Like I said, I don't think our odds are very... This is probably just a matchup that sucks for us, to be honest. We could play... Well, for one matchup, probably not. But I was going to say, we could jam... I'm going to play Mindstone. That's probably a mistake, too. We could jam, like, Lithomantic Barrage or whatever. Okay, he did the turn 2 Spirit Dancer, which is kind of what we wanted to see. So we can Chandra plus a Braid here, which isn't incredible, but at least gets rid of the Spirit Dancer and forces him to go in on this Sentinel for now. But if he soups that up big enough to kill the Chandra, then we're kind of in the bone zone. Also, what if... You see that one guy entered a Boggles list into the AC-12? Can you imagine if Boggles won? Okay, this is interesting. Snipes us. We find Koth. So we could just make some blockers here. I could also plus... I can play... It's just awkward, huh? We could kill the Sentinel. Or we could just hardcast Storm Breath and keep it up as a blocker. Which feels very awkward, but pro white is pretty relevant. But obviously if he has Hasty and Menace or whatever, we're kind of just boned anyways. Shelter by Ghost eats the Chandra, which is fine. I think this play was better than Koth, but this is a bad matchup, boys. Maybe we just Pyromancer. What'd he just do? Yeah, Demonic Ruckus is gonna fuck us. What's the point of swinging here? Oh, there's none. Okay. Kind of Molten Impact. See, like, I'm not even sure what we would... What else we would play. You'd have to play something... You'd have to play, like, Chaos Warp or something against these guys. I guess we could have brought in our Hexing Squelchers, too, to get around Ward. But now he's going to start gaining life. Now, like, we have no way to actually deal with that. We're going to concede, chat. And the Sir Percival. What's Sir Percival? That's familiar. Is that from Ready Player One? Or am I crazy? I mean, Sir Percival is probably some, like, big thing that I don't know. King Arthur? Ah, that would make a lot of sense. We're gonna log in that hand. Keep this. Drop a lightning. Thirsting Roots. For a forest. Interesting. We'll jam our monk. Probably don't need the Maguses in game 2 here. Innkeeper's Talent. What's up with all these little wardy boys? Oh, Parzival is Ready Player One. Permanent to control. Ward 1. Interesting. I guess we'll just plus into a Koth. Questing Beast is pretty relevant. He gets to smack us. Take Koth down to 2. I'm sorry, down to 1, because it has what you would call it. Dude, Questing Beast is kind of nutty too. That has what, Ward 1? But then he gets to... Well, let's grab another mountain while we're here. I don't even know if it's worth me... I feel like I should just let him kill the Koth. I think I'm gonna Seasoned Pyromancer, and we're gonna see if we can find a second Consumed. Okay, Storm Breath is pretty good. Doesn't trade, but puts pressure back on him. And he's just gonna double. So that's gonna go up to 7. He's gonna kill Koth. We go down to 8. Yeah, red does not have a lot of tools in Historic to deal with all these kinds of pro decks. I thought it would be okay against like High Noon and stuff because we have access to Squelcher and whatnot. I guess we can just start smacking him, but we're dead. Okay, Questing Beast is annoying, chat. Magus doesn't seem super relevant here. I do like Hazoret. I mean, we can maybe, like, needle the Innkeeper's talent. Which doesn't seem great. But that's all I really got. Is there anything else I could play in red that gets me around? No, I just kind of... You gotta admit sometimes you just have bad matchups, you know what I mean? No such thing, just terrible play. Demtoes, you come in hot every time. What's crack-a-lackin'? Play a relic, at least cycle it, draw a card. Impact's pretty good. We'll hang on to it. You on the 9th floor? Yeah, I mean, we're not really, what are we getting here? Toadstool. Interesting. I'm just gonna draw a card here. Consumed by favor? No. Okay. This has what? Ward 2? I guess I'll snipe that while we can. Obviously, he's gonna draw off of that. I'll pay the ward, but I'd rather have something with less protection on it for us to snipe. I think he's like a hardened, scalesy, counter manipulation-y vibe. Do I want to just impact the Sentinel, or do I want to play the Koth? And then you get to put a counter on it. I think we're gonna snipe the Sentinel, and we'll bank. We'll bank 3 damage for something later. This is indestructible, yeah. Bro, what is up with all these indestructible, hexproofy decks? Okay, big Mama Chandra. We can at least kill Lucamina, right? Unless he wants to minus. Let's see if he'll do this right away. Okay, that's good for us. Because then they both drop down. So then we can Shatter Skull. What the fuck is Smothering? What is happening, chat? Oh, our opponent's playing more than 51 cards. That explains it. More than 60. Okay, so we can just take care of both of these right now, right? We can Chain Lightning that. The other one kills there. Play the Smash, and then we'll chill for a second. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what Smothering... They're just playing cards they own. But it works because we don't have good enough interaction. And I don't think it's worth us playing like... Oh, okay. You can have that. I'm just gonna play a Stormbreath Dragon, I think. And we'll swing it, Garrick. I kind of want to hang on to the smashing. I guess we could have played it in Monstrosity, hit him for 6, and then smack for 7, or a Boroid, of course. We can kill it with... no, we can't, can we? We'll see what he does. Oh, yeah. I always feel like something really bad. What does this even do? Oh. Okay, well, we get to Koth the Ouroboros. He does have a single white source. Well, he's gonna have a second white source. And he might bounce a land, replay it, and then hold up, like, Heroic Intervention or something. Or hopefully he'll just play something. Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. Sure, I'll pay 2, whatever. Kill the Ouroboros. Good for us. What do we have in here? We have another Molten Impact, which we might need. And then we can also make a blocker. Is it even worth... No, it's not even worth me. I'll just hold up Stormbreath as a blocker. Imagine not playing Ugin in everything. You're not wrong. I'm big... We're not like... I mean, we could be big red with like Ugin and 6 mana Chandra and Iron Crag Feet. I mean, hell, you could even play Pyretic Ritual and start doing shenanigans there. What is my opponent doing with all these these land things? What's happening? I don't know. He can have mana, it's okay. Let's Chandra. Let's go get a land. Do we want to play Pinnacle Monk and buy back an Impact? What does this plus do? Gains Trample. I guess we'll just plus Chandra. Impact's pretty good. We'll decline. We'll chill. He gains Trample. I love how they're like, your go. As if their pile beats anything but us. You know what I'm saying, dog? Demtoes, did you watch the AC-12? There, I did it back. Ooh, Relic's pretty good. We don't need him to do whatever. We tried Monstrosity. Let's plus... yeah, let's plus Koth first. See where that gets us. Now let's plus Chandra. Pyromancer might be nice. I don't really want that. You're gonna reprieve me. Alright, opponent. I just want to draw a card. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Ooh, Hazoret's pretty good. You can have some more mana, opponent. Okay, so maybe... Okay, we'll just chill. Hazoret's a good pickup. Gains Trample. So he gets to put a counter on it, which takes it up to 8. We get to block 4, so he doesn't get to kill either of our walkers. Well, 5. He could have swung it. Koth. And killed it. But he didn't. The AC-12? The historic tournament this weekend? No. I was asking you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh. Damn. What What are we doing here, opponent? What are we doing here? What did you play, Demtoes? Is this a true statement? Are you yanking the old chain? Okay, second Koth is sweet. We'll play our Chandra. Or not our Chandra, our Hazaret. He's doing a reprieve. Which doesn't do a whole lot. We'll play it again, because we're gaming. Let's draw... How many mountains do we have? 6? I think we'll just keep plussing. Amalia combo? Sneaky non-meta play. Oh god. What was your record? Ooh, variable solutions is cool. Constrictor Mage. Tap target treating opponent controls and put a stun. Of course they snagged that, huh? You went 2-3, gotcha. Chat, maybe we gotta play oh. Chat, he figured out the swing at Koth. Or I'll lose to what does this even have? It only has Ward 1, which isn't that bad. We find a Pithing Needle. Absolutely diabolical that our opponent is playing Smothering Tithe. Those are High Noon and Gamgee, yeah. We're just gonna keep plussing. I'll play a Pyromancer. Consumed by History doesn't do a whole lot for us. He can do whatever he wants. I think I'm just going to discard Consumed. Because that at least lets us block. Not very well. He still has Trample. Reach and Blink, so I was pretty happy. That's good. Dude, our opponent's just playing green cards they own and we're dying. Mainly because of a Root Grazer that grew too fast. What the fuck is our opponent on? That's crazy. Blink was... The final was what? Yogg and Blink? Oh shit. Chat, we're getting morphed. What do I do against a morph card? I can't beat morph. Interesting. Also, might have forgotten 2 of the sideboard cards for me fucking with. Happens to the best of us. Interesting that he swings like that, because now I get to block. And trade out his Sage. Which is nice. We can make more tokens. Obviously, as Galta. He's trying to give Trample to his Root Grazer. Yeah, I don't know why he's not going all in on me, you know? How many mountains? We have 8 mountains. We have 9 in a moment. So we can play this. We could kill? No, we're close to killing Galta. We need 3 extra damage. Let's see what we find off Chandra. Just a Mind Stone. Yeah, we'll play it. Draw a card. We find like a Consumed by Favor or something. Nope, okay. Consumed by History. We can also still cast second Storm Breath. Okay, Chandra's... I mean, doesn't save us. Does he have Reprieve here? No. We can snipe this. then we can snipe that. Does he have protection spell? No. And then we're gonna take 11 off the Grazer. Plus everything else. Bushcrafty, how we doing? I don't even know what Constrictor Sage does. Crystal Barricade. Chat, why are these the decks we lose to? It's crazy. Dealing with the wife and kid being sick? Oh, that sucks. Why aren't you just swinging all of these at me? Should we hit him with a pizza time? You guys have off of work tomorrow? Chat, I forgot to hit record. I guess our opponent really didn't do anything in the first game, so it's fine. They just kind of played ley line, and then we hit him with a Snorbut Dragon and died. Let's hold on to the Chain Lightning in case he goes turn 2. Ornithopter of Paradise, which he does not. Also, Yorion Shell. Into... Okay, there's the Ornithopter. And a Needle. Interesting. Let's kill this. And then I guess we'll name Kinnan, because we got nothing better to do. See if that does anything relevant for us. Ponder. Three mana. We could Pyromancer plus Lightning if he plays something, but I think we'll just jam... Okay, even better. We'll just jam Koth. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought we were going to do counterspelled. He doesn't have white mana for binding either, so... Manamorphose on our end step. Deputy of Detention. Kind of sucks that, I guess Molten Impact's Boon Trigger would be crazy if it was a May ability, right? Kind of happy with not dropping a Pyromancer yet. I don't mind double Shatterskull. Widespread Thieving. Yeah, he's definitely trying to spin into something big. He could be like a Niv Mizzet. Maybe? That doesn't really make too much sense, does it? Okay, now I kind of want a Pyromancer. I'm gonna yeah, because we get to alt Koth next turn. Let's see if we can play this Magus. Now he only has access to red and green. Yeah, now he's checking all his lands, chat. That was a good top deck. Draws Yorion, okay. So now, every time we play a mountain, we get to smack him for 4. And then... Okay. So, in general, I don't think Big Red was going to do crazy. But I do think, like, a Magus and Consumed by History kind of deck is good, even though if they don't play well together. But Consumed by History was very strong every time we had it, and the Unearth ability almost never came into play. I mean, obviously, since we're basing this on Skred Red, having Relic to like counteract that was pretty sweet in the long run, but it didn't really happen too much. However, like we kind of saw against the Auras matchup, the random green-white pile we faced in round 4, is like red just doesn't have removal that really impacts enough. Burn base, I mean, like we could play Chaos Warp, which is funny, which shuffles a permanent into their library, and then if they flip a permanent off the top, they get to put it on the field. So it kind of gets around like those big creatures. Doesn't really get around ward and stuff like that, but it's still an interesting idea. But the better idea is to just splash a different color, right? Splash white for like fragment, and then you could play Rest in Peace out of the side. Rest in Peace plus Consumed by History sounds gross, because you just never have to worry about the Unearth ability at all. Squelcher was sweet. Magebane Lizard was cool. I liked Hazoret. We swapped the Meltdowns for Biforces, and then Pithy Needle came in handy quite a few times. But I think Big Red is just one of those decks that's like way down in the tiers that like has never really been popular. I mean, Skred in Modern is its own thing because of the card Skred. But we played like a real, that was probably 2 or 3 years ago, we played a Big Red deck with Chandra and Ugin and Ironcrag Feet to Mythic. But that was way back when. But now threats are just so powerful, like we can't do anything against Frog. You know what I mean? We have to rely strictly on Magus and Hexing Squelcher, but like we can't stop a Frog from outgrowing a Molten Impact or a Koth Strike. So mono red in terms of like a mid-range pile is just not the colors you want to be in. You definitely need to splash a Rooney, but if you're splashing, you can just be playing something better like Boros or Mardu or Jungoyfs or something like that. So deck's fun. I do enjoy me some Big Red, but not the contender. Well, I didn't really think it would be a contender, but it kind of just did how I thought it would do. 3 and 2. We win some, we lose some. It is what it is kind of vibe. Kind of middle of the pack. But for Consumed by History, I was impressed. So we'll probably be running this in some other shells as well. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.